In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 college football games happening on October 12, 2024, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 college football games after fully watching this video. One thing before we start, if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Stanford versus Notre Dame. A team from the Atlantic Coast Conference is set to take the field as they travel to face another team that is a member of the conference for basketball but not football, under the iconic Golden Dome. The Stanford Cardinal hit the road to square off against the number 11 ranked Notre Dame Fighting Irish on Saturday afternoon. In their last game, Stanford suffered a heavy defeat, falling 31-7 at home to Virginia Tech, failing to cover the spread as a 9-point underdog. Meanwhile, Notre Dame emerged victorious in their previous matchup, defeating number 15 Louisville 31-24 at home on September 28, covering the spread as a 6.5-point favorite. The Fighting Irish had a bye last week, giving them extra time to prepare. Historically, Notre Dame holds a 22-14 edge in the all-time series, including a dominant 56-23 road win in their most recent meeting on November 25, 2023. Stanford has appeared outmatched in their last 2 games following a victory over Syracuse, suffering lopsided losses to both Clemson and Virginia Tech by a combined score of 71-21. The Cardinal have struggled to sustain drives and maintain offensive momentum throughout the season. Compounding their challenges, they now face a formidable Notre Dame defense that has held opposing quarterbacks to a mere 47% completion rate. On the bright side, Stanford's defense has been effective at stopping the run, but they've been vulnerable to the pass, surrendering 6 touchdowns through the air in their last 2 games. On the other side, Notre Dame has bounced back well from their earlier loss to Northern Illinois, outscoring their opponents by a combined 125-34 over their last 3 contests. In last season's matchup, Notre Dame dominated Stanford on the road with a convincing 56-23 win, covering the 26-point spread. This time, we expect a similar outcome, as Notre Dame is pushing hard to solidify their case for a playoff berth as an independent school. Given their need to impress the selection committee, every point matters. The Fighting Irish boast a stout defense, which is likely to focus on shutting down Stanford's rushing attack, forcing them to rely on their weaker passing game. After Notre Dame's surprising loss to Northern Illinois on September 7th, the Irish defense responded by allowing just 7 points to Purdue and 3 points to Miami, Ohio in their next 2 games. This defense should be more than capable of stifling a Stanford team that managed only 7 points last week against Virginia Tech and 14 against Clemson. As such, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Stanford enters this game having seen the under hit in 4 of their 5 games this season, giving them a 4-1 mark for unders. In fact, the Cardinal have posted 4 consecutive unders coming into this contest, including staying under the total in both of their road games this season. Similarly, Notre Dame has seen the under hit in 3 of their 5 games, giving them a 3-2 record on unders. The Fighting Irish have also stayed under the number in 2 of their 3 home games so far this year. Although 4 of the last 5 meetings between these teams have gone over the total, it's difficult to envision Stanford contributing much offensively in this game. While Notre Dame should be able to put up around 31 points, the game as a whole is likely to fall short of the projected total. Therefore, under the projected total is our full game total pick. Louisville versus Virginia. The Atlantic Coast Conference schedule brings us an exciting matchup this Saturday as the Louisville Cardinals head to Charlottesville to take on the Virginia Cavaliers. Louisville, who was ranked 22nd just a week ago, comes into this game with a 3-2 overall record, but they're reeling after back-to-back losses, including a 32-27 defeat to SMU on their home field last Saturday. Meanwhile, the Cavaliers are riding high with a 4-1 overall record after a solid 24-14 road win against Boston College, powered by a strong second-half performance. This upcoming game will mark the 13th meeting between Louisville and Virginia on the football field, with the Cardinals currently holding a slight edge in the series, leading 7-5 in straight-up victories. Last season, Louisville defended its home turf, defeating Virginia 31-24 as significant 20.5-point favorites. However, recent weeks have exposed some of Louisville's weaknesses, as they have struggled to maintain their early season form. With only one prior road game under their belt this season, which they lost, this will be just their second away contest. Additionally, Louisville's victories have come against relatively weak opponents, leaving doubts about their ability to compete against stronger teams. On the other hand, Virginia has shown resilience, particularly with 2 consecutive conference wins, positioning themselves well for the rest of the season. The Cavaliers have key playmakers, and Fields is an exciting talent to watch, capable of keeping Louisville's defense on its toes. Louisville is currently 3-2 against the spread, while Virginia stands at 3-1 against the spread this season and has gone 7-3 against the spread in their last 10 meetings with the Cardinals. Facing a Louisville team eager to bounce back from consecutive losses, Virginia will have a tough challenge ahead of them. The key to Virginia's success will be their ability to apply pressure on Louisville's quarterback. Although they have struggled in pass defense, their strength lies in getting to the quarterback, ranking 23rd nationally in sacks per game. Louisville will undoubtedly make plays through the air, but they might be forced into a more one-dimensional attack as Virginia boasts the 17th ranked run defense in the country. This should limit Louisville's usual offensive balance, potentially tilting the scales in Virginia's favor. Given these factors, the Virginia Cavaliers to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. In last year's showdown, these teams combined for 55 points, surpassing the 49-point total set for the game. This season, while Louisville has shown flashes of offensive potency, their production has tapered off in recent weeks, giving Virginia a clearer strategy for containing the Cardinals' attack. The Cavaliers have experienced some inconsistencies on offense, but have managed to average 27.5 points per game in their 2 conference victories. Louisville's defense, however, presents a stiffer challenge than the previous opponents Virginia has faced. Historically, the under has hit in 7 of the last 10 meetings between these 2 programs. For Virginia to have a shot at beating Louisville, slowing down the Cardinals' offense will be crucial. This doesn't necessarily mean stopping them completely, but rather keeping them under 30 points, which has proven to be an effective strategy so far. In their 2 losses this season, Louisville has scored 24 and 27 points, both below that threshold. Virginia's defense demonstrated its capability by containing Boston College's offense last week, and if you think the Cavaliers can pull off the upset, you'd likely lean toward betting on the under as well. Virginia isn't built to win a high-scoring shootout against Louisville and will need to minimize mistakes such as penalties and turnovers. Given their home field advantage and recent form, under the projected total is our full game total pick. Texas versus Oklahoma. The historic Red River rivalry has managed to endure the recent wave of conference realignments, as the top-ranked Texas Longhorns are set to face off against the number 18 Oklahoma Sooners on Saturday afternoon. These 2 storied programs clashed last season while still in the Big 12, with Oklahoma emerging victorious in a tight 34-30 battle held at a neutral site. Both teams are coming off bye weeks, giving them extra time to rest and prepare for this critical showdown. Texas is riding high after securing their first Southeastern Conference victory, a dominant 35-13 win at home over Mississippi State. However, despite the comfortable win, they failed to cover the massive 38.5-point spread. Meanwhile, Oklahoma earned a hard-fought road win against Auburn, edging them out 27-21 as 1.5-point underdogs. If history is any indication, games in this rivalry, particularly between Texas and Oklahoma, are almost never lopsided. While Texas currently holds the top spot in the nation, the emotional intensity and unique atmosphere at the Cotton Bowl make it a game that's always fiercely competitive. Over the past 10 years, the average margin of victory in this rivalry has been just 10 points, with only 2 of those games being decided by more than 15 points. Oklahoma head coach Brett Venables has quietly improved his team's defense, a key factor in their success. While Texas possesses a potent offense, Venables' defensive schemes have consistently kept the Sooners in contention, as shown by their ability to hold Texas to only 23 points last season. Venables is known for crafting effective game plans against high-octane offenses, and the fact that Oklahoma had 2 full weeks to prepare for this game only adds to their advantage. True freshman quarterback Michael Hawkins Jr. has also emerged as was a bright spot for Oklahoma, showcasing his talent with a 60-yard touchdown pass to J.J. Hester against Auburn. Hawkins' steady improvement, coupled with 3 weeks of first-team practice, suggests that Oklahoma's offense could be more dynamic than it has been all season. Oklahoma's offensive potential is further bolstered by the possible return of key players, including wide receivers and linemen, which could make their attack more formidable than Texas might anticipate. Rivalry games are often decided in pivotal moments, and Oklahoma has shown remarkable resilience in critical situations this season. Their fourth-quarter comeback victory over Auburn, combined with a defense that can force turnovers and a freshman quarterback who remains poised under pressure, all point to the Sooners being able to keep this game close. While the Texas Longhorns are certainly capable of running up the score, as they've been one of the most dominant teams in the country, history shows that this rivalry tends to be tightly contested. In fact, 8 of the last 10 matchups between Texas and Oklahoma have been decided by single digits. If Oklahoma's offense struggles to find its rhythm, this game has the potential to turn into a blowout. However, rivalry games like this one often defy conventional statistics and trends. Given the stakes and the history, a close contest seems more likely, making the Oklahoma Sooners to cover the spread as underdogs our full game side pick. Texas may have one of the top-ranked defenses in the nation, capable of putting up points in bunches, but Oklahoma's offense, led by freshman quarterback Michael Hawkins Jr., is starting to come into its own. Hawkins has already proven he can make big plays, as evidenced by his performance in the comeback win over Auburn. Rivalry games tend to elevate offensive performances, and while Texas' defense has been impressive, Oklahoma's young and aggressive offense is beginning to click at just the right time. The Sooners had an extra week to heal from injuries, particularly at key positions like wide receiver and along the offensive line, giving them more time to develop a more comprehensive game plan. Injuries limited Oklahoma's offense against Auburn, but their potential, especially in the deep passing game, was evident. With a healthier lineup and more consistent protection from the offensive line, Oklahoma could very well exploit Texas' defense for some big plays. On the flip side, Texas boasts one of the most efficient offenses in college football, and they've demonstrated their ability to score against nearly any defense. Oklahoma's defense, while improved under Venables, has shown vulnerabilities, particularly in the secondary, where they've been susceptible to giving up big plays. This is precisely where Texas excels, with a deep group of wide receivers and a talented quarterback in Quinn Ewers, who has proven capable of stretching the field. It's difficult to envision Oklahoma being able to completely shut down the Longhorns' offense over the course of 4 quarters. Texas will undoubtedly find ways to score, especially with explosive playmakers on the perimeter, which should push the game toward the over on the total points. Another key element to consider is the history of high-scoring affairs in this rivalry. In 5 of the last 6 Red River showdowns, the total points scored have exceeded 50.5. This matchup has traditionally been fast-paced, emotionally charged, and filled with big plays on both sides of the ball. Given both teams' tendencies to trade scores, this year's game is shaping up to follow the same high-scoring pattern, making over the projected total our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.